Hello friends, hello students, welcome to Daily Chemistry Dose. So, what is stored in today's dose? Going forward, I shall be passing you one video at least per week on some facts and figures which are there in chemistry which needs assistance, and also along with it some experimental data. uh, by questions, through questions I am going to tell you all of these facts and figures and experimental data, at least one video per week. The reason for that, by the time you actually appear for IIT Advance or NEET examination or mains later on, that you would be equipped with these facts and figures before going into the exam. So by the time you actually appear for that, you would have sufficient amount of things imprinted in your mind through these videos. So let us start with some questions. So today I shall be passing you three questions on simple facts, and in coming days we will be discussing some experimental data and figures also. So let us see whether you people know uh, these two three facts or not, and hope you would enjoy this session. And it would be request for my side to comment on to the videos, as and when you like something, that would be a sort of driving force for me to push such videos more. So go for the first question. Pause the video and try to figure it out. I hope you have tried this question by opening some books. Now let us see. Which of the following element is sweet in taste but is extremely toxic? So it is a thing like that, I'm talking of a sweet poison, that if you give somebody a sweet thing and it is poisonous or it is toxic. So here, if you simply go by a little guesswork also, that this sodium and potassium salts, when we happen to undergo dehydration, doctor recommend us ORS, and that basically consisting of salts of halides of potassium and sodium. And as regard to the calcium is quite a good amount in our body in terms of bones or in teeth. Tooth enamel is having a compounds of calcium. So by this way you can figure it out that it can be a case of beryllium. Yes, it is a case of beryllium. Beryllium salts are sweet in taste, they are sweetish in taste, but they are toxic. Toxic in the sense that if you take a minute quantity of also of it, it can be dangerous for the health. So as a matter of fact, if you eat anything in excess, that could also be a toxic. If you eat a bucket of paneer, it would also become toxic. So that's a different story. So go for the second question. Okay, fused element expand on solidification. Pause the video, try to solve it out. I hope you have tried it. Now, this is a case, a beautiful case where we are thinking of that any of these elements, when fused, it's okay. When that fused element undergoes solidification, its volume increasing. Just like the ice, liquid water, when freezes to ice has a bigger volume as compared to that of liquid water. That is why ice floats on water. So such like that thing has happening in any of these elements. So this is again a fact. So here the fact is, I used to tell in my long term batches to children, like to remember it, like GGB, that is gallium, germanium, bismuth. These are the three elements. When they are fused, they happen to, when they start undergoing solidification from the fused form, they tend to take more volume, and the percentage increase in volume on solidification is almost greater than 3%. So all of these tend to increase their volume to around more than 3% when they undergo solidification. And one more important thing which you should focus on, this gallium has been asked many times, that gallium is the element, is the only element in the periodic table, only element in the periodic table which is having the longest, I may say, liquid range. The beauty of the thing is, it almost, if I talk of its melting point, it is 30 degree, and if I talk of its boiling point, it is around 2400 degrees centigrade. So it is the element which is having the longest liquid range. It melts in hand, but if you want to boil it, it would boil around 2400 degrees centigrade, or to be very precise, 2403 degrees centigrade is its boiling point. That is also a fact which you should focus on, and which is very important. So also you have to figure it out this way also, that gallium happens to, if I write gallium, germanium, bismuth, so this is from the group 13, this is the element from group 13, and this is from the 14, and this is from the 15. So three groups are having such element which on solidification, fused form of them on solidification, happens to acquire more volume. And last, let us see this one. Which element do not burn in nitrogen? Do not burn in nitrogen. Pause the video, try to solve it out. I hope you have tried it, and here is the fact that uh, none of the alkali metal reacts with nitrogen. None of the alkali metal reacts with nitrogen, except lithium. Except lithium. Lithium is the only element which among the alkali metals which reacts with the nitrogen. That is again unexpected, but that we will cover in some other video. And as regard to alkaline earth metals, all alkaline earth metals react with nitrogen. So I hope the answer to this would be sodium. Sodium won't react with nitrogen. So I hope you have enjoyed these three facts, and as we proceed in upcoming session, upcoming week, I will be bringing in some experimental data and some figures which are going to be very important. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day. Stay safe and take good care of yourself. Tata. Bye bye.